How's it going, everyone? It's the Tutor here. Today we finally got every single PlayStation Secret Lair card announced. I made a video before about these cards that were initially shown off, and there were only a few. For example, in this Secret Lair The Last of Us Part 1, there was only Ellie Brickmaster and Joel Resolute Survivor. Now we have every single card. So, if you'd like to see that prediction video that I made earlier, please click on the link in the description, or I'll also have something in the video where you can just click it and get taken right to that video. So we'll go through all these cards one by one for your beloved PlayStation franchises. Starting off with The Last of Us Part 1, Ellie Brickmaster, which is a 2-cost legendary creature, human survivor. You have Distract the Horde whenever a player attacks one of your opponents. That attacking player creates a tapped 1/1 black fungus zombie creature token named Cordyceps Infected that's attacking your opponent. Partner survivors. We also have Joel Resolute Survivor, which is a 5-cost legendary creature, human survivor with menace. Whenever a creature token dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Joel and draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Partner survivors. You also have Cordyceps Excision, which is also known as Cabal Ritual. It's a 2-cost instant. You can add 3 black, or as threshold, add 5 black instead if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard. We also have Haunted One, which is a 3-cost legendary enchantment, background. Commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature becomes tapped, it and another creature you control that share a creature type with it each get +2/+0 and gain Undyne until end of turn. We also have 2 token, the Cordyceps Infected. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, but of course we figured there'd be one of these guys in some capacity. So moving on to The Last of Us Part 2. We have Abby, Merciless Soldier, and that is a 3-cost legendary creature, human survivor. When you cast the spell, create a number of 1/1 black fungus zombie creature tokens named Cordyceps Infected equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Abby enters under the control of an opponent of your choice. Partner survivors. Then you have Ellie, Vengeful Hunter, which is a 3-cost legendary creature, human survivor. You can pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature. Ellie deals 2 damage to target player and gains indestructible until end of turn. She has also partners, and then she also has survivors. You also have Ellie's Rage, which is a 5-cost enchantment, flash. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. This is also basically Dictate of Erebos, just different art. Then we have a Cordyceps Rat King, which is a 5-cost creature, fungus, devour 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token for each +1/+1 counter on this creature. And then it's also known as Mikoloth. Then you also have another token right there. So that was a quick look at The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. And here is the prices too. Now let's take a look at the God of War Greek. So this is before Atreus and the Norse pantheon. This is the Greek pantheon. So we were aware of Kratos, God of War, and he has a really cool effect. He's a 3-cost legendary creature, God of Warrior, with double strike. All creatures have haste. At the beginning of each player's end step, Kratos deals damage to that player equal to the number of creatures that player controls that didn't attack this turn. We also have Battle of Olympus, which is a 5-cost sorcery. After the second main phase this turn, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures that attack this round, and also has a rebound. This is also a World at War. Then we have the Blades of Chaos Bond, which is a 1-cost sorcery. Add 2 red, then add 1 red for each card named the Blades of Chaos Bond in each graveyard. This is also known as Rite of Flame. Finally, for this, we have Hades' Grip, which is a 3-cost enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, this enchantment deals 2 damage to that player. If a player would gain life, that player gains no life instead. This is Sulfuric Vortex. We also have Kratos' Rage, which is a 4-cost enchantment. At the beginning of the end step, if no creatures are on the battlefield, sacrifice this enchantment. This enchantment deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. This is also known as Viromia, if I'm pronouncing that right. So this was part 1 for, just God of War, and into now the Norse. You also have pricing right there. Version, we were aware of Atreus Impulsive Sun, which is a 3-cost legendary creature, God Archer. With Reach, spend 3 to tap and draw a card for each experience counter you have, then discard a card. Atreus deals 2 damage to each opponent, and a partner, father and son. You also have Kratos Stoic Father, which is a 4-cost legendary creature, God of Warrior. Whenever you attack with one or more gods, and whenever a god dies, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of your end step, put a number of +1/+1 counters on target creature equal to the number of experience counters you have. This also have partner. So, some new cards that were released were Mimir's Ancient Wisdom, which is a 4-cost legendary enchantment. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. And so you have 2 different versions. Of course, this is when he's headless with Kratos right there, which is really kind of cool that they did that. And this is also when he was trapped by Odin. This is also known as Teferi's Ageless Insight. And of course, we have Freya, Queen of the Valkyries, which is a 4-cost legendary enchantment creature god with Indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7, Freya isn't a creature. Creatures you control have menace. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. That is also known as Eros, God of Victory. Here are the contents, and here's the price. Now we're on to the Uncharted. Of course, we were initially revealed Nathan Drake, Treasure Hunter. 3-cost legendary creature, human rogue. With first strike, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast spells you don't own, or to activate abilities or permanents you control but don't own. Whenever Nathan Drake attacks, exile a top card of each player's library. You may cast a spell from among those cards. And you have Keen's Bay, Clock Tower, which is a 3-cost artifact. You can tap to add blue, and spend 3 to put an hour counter on this artifact. At the beginning of each upkeep, put an hour counter on this artifact. When the 12th hour counter is put on this artifact, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. Exile this artifact. I believe I played Uncharted 3. I believe this was when he went into the clock tower, and one of the most intense scenes in that entire game. That was a really incredible game, but really fun just being able to scale this building. Then we also have El Dorado Sarcophagus, which is a 4-cost it's also known as a Whip of Erebos, legendary enchantment artifact. Creatures you control have lifelink, and you can spend 4 to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. If it were to leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. Activate only as a sorcery. Next, we have Chain Reaction, which is a 4-cost sorcery. Chain Reaction deals X damage to each creature, where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. And you also have Passionate Archaeologist, which is a 2-cost legendary enchantment background. Commander creatures you own have whenever you cast a spell from exile, this creature deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to target opponent. And that was a look at the Uncharted franchise's Universes Beyond. Here are the contents and the price. Now we are on to the Secret Lair Horizon Into the Forbidden West, which is the second game. We were initially revealed with Alloy Savior Meridon, which is a 5-cost legendary creature, human warrior, with Vigilance Reach. Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control attack, discover X, where X is the greatest power among them. We also have Farseek, of course, which is a 2-cost sorcery. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card, put it on the battlefield tip, then shuffle. Then we have Blightsteed Colossus, but it is Fast Boar Horus, which is a artifact creature, Phyrexian Golem, which looks really sick. Trample, Infect, Indestructible. If it would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, reveal it, and shuffle it into its owner's library instead. We also have Regala's Wrath, which is a 1-cost legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets Vigilance. Whenever another artifact or a creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on an equipped creature and is equipped to. Then we also have Thunderjaw, also known as Meteor Golem. 7 cost. Whenever this creature enters, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. So that was a look into the Horizon Forbidden West. Here are the contents and price. Next we have the Secret Lair in Ghost of Tsushima. Initially, we got revealed Djinn Sakai, Ghost of Tsushima, which is a 4-cost legendary creature, human samurai. Whenever Djinn Sakai deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a creature you control attacks a player, if no other creatures are attacking, that player choose one. Standoff, it gains double strike until end of turn, and then Ghost, it can't be blocked this turn. We also have Path of Exile, super cool looking art, may be my favorite Path of Exile artwork card. Exile target creature, its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Born Upon a Wind, which is a 2-cost instant, you may cast spells this turn as though they had flash, draw a card. We also have Ghostly Flicker, which is a 3-cost instant. Exile 2 target artifacts, creatures, and/or lands you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under your control. And we also have Castle Tsushima, which is also known as Iganjo Castle, legendary land. Tap to add a white, and you can spend a white to tap, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target legendary creature this turn. Here are the contents and price. So that was every single card in the PlayStation Secret Lair, Universes Beyond. Let me know if you plan to get any of these. If so, which ones? Let me know too if you're going to be making any commander decks or just decks that include these cards. Curious to know down below. And are you satisfied with these cards? What would you have done differently? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a good one.